So, it's nice to know that I'm not the only entirely confused person on this campus.
Yeah, I suspect there's a lot of us.
Well, I'll look for you in psych.
Yeah, maybe we can help each other figure out what the hell they're talking about. Hey, buddy.
How have you been?
Doing what I should have been doing all along, looking for a job. Sorry I've been stressed out lately. You forgive me?
Sudden travel plan, Shane?
My name is Dio.
Dio. That's good.
So, I take it Raven betrayed me.
We got your mug off hotel surveillance. Hop, skip, and a jump from there.
No, she betrayed me. I saw you checking out the client list.
I just wanted to see how many other clients the girls have so I know what to expect.
I don't suppose Leo knows.
You can tell him if you want.
Oh, that's cool.
Mr. Cabasa, why did you bring Anne-Marie back to Melinda's room?
To be honest, there was a lot of places we could have gone, but I wanted to make Sugar... Melinda. I wanted to make her jealous.
Hi, you the parents? What can I do for you?
It's our son, Harry. He has a history of breathing problems. Our pediatrician said it could be cystic fibrosis. We scheduled the sweat test to be sure, but it isn't for another month.
Stabler, Benson, this is ADA Sherry West.
What can I do for you?
Produce Eddie Skinner, now.
Who says he's here?
Our eyes?
Yeah, well, no can do. I don't have a drug problem. I have a place to sleep problem. I considered getting a drug problem, but I don't really like drugs, and I'd have to steal things to pay for them, which could solve my place to sleep problem, only jail isn't a good option for me. I went there to stop Melissa from making the biggest mistake of her life. Mark didn't love her. He barely knew her. He fell in love with her because of how she looked, not for who she was.
How would you know?
Because love takes time, detective. Tell your boyfriend to open the door.
He's not my boyfriend, he's my fiancé.
Well, you should find a new one. He's a terrible shot. Have they told you who I am?
Some dead man.
I am the brother of Elia Martel. And do you know why I've come all the way to this stinking pile of a city? For you? There's a standing bounty of 350,000 US on any DEA down here, but you're safe because of Kiki.
So Narcos has been such a huge smash with the Netflix fans. Why do you feel like it's really resonated with audiences?
I think that it's because of the cocaine. Let's see. I think there are so many reasons as to why it would have such an impact. I think that it very, very clinically and passionately goes into a very recent period of history, that has influenced our culture. Our culture has influenced, that has expanded itself so globally, right? In terms of what we seem to identify as these drug wars and the trafficking industry and the way that it sucks in, the politics and law enforcement, what it shows about, culture, class systems. It doesn't leave anything out.
Remember how to do this?
Last time didn't go so good.
We were drunk.
How high?
10 yards. 6 hands to the right. Turn around. No, do it this way. On my count.
Amigo.
1, 2, 3. Pull!
I've never been on sets that big. Matt Damon, who's done I don't know how many movies, has never been on sets that big. He stood next to me and he's like, "This is the biggest set I've ever been on." And I was like, "Really?" All right, they're going for cover and reloading. I'll fix their wagons. Cover me, boys!
I exactly think he could be working for the other side.
What is it like to be a part of this movie? Because it is one of the true kick-ass action franchises.
Oh, yeah, it's weird.
Is it?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's very surreal for me.
Are you guys always this crazy, drinking bourbon and getting kooky crazy?
Well, so, okay, the Statesman, our guys as spies is a distillery, and we're spirits. You're talking Agent Whiskey right now.
Well, I was going to ask you about your name.
And so, yeah, we have to taste the product. Mac. But it's not gonna make any difference. Come all the way down here just to call me a liar.
I came down here to prove a man's innocence.
You have to drag Victoria to hell and back to do that, right? She's been through enough, more than enough. Leave her alone.
I don't know if that scale's fucked up, but he's telling me we got 6,000 pounds here! That's $250 million! We stole $250 million? I'm definitely getting a Ferrari!
The interesting thing, I think that with JC's story, the fact that these people, it's not that kind of it wasn't that kind of an action movie where these prepared, soldiers go on a mission. This is, facing one's own greed, hubris, and for me, lack of preparedness. Like, I knew how to drive and I knew how to fly a helicopter. That's not too shabby. But yeah, no, I definitely was short of breath.
I love it. I love that. By the way, didn't you say recently that you wanted to be in a boy band?
No, I said, yeah, I want to be in a boy band.
Now listen, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna look around. Shouldn't take too long. Now, don't touch anything. I'll find us some lodging and I'll come back for you. You stay right here. You stay. Don't move.
What's your earliest Star Wars memory?
I saw Star Wars. I saw episode 4 in the movie theater. I was very young, so I don't remember the experience of being in the theater for it as well as I do The Empire Strikes Back, which is burned into my childhood imagination. And I remember like 3 attempts to get tickets for Return of the Jedi. And getting my heart broken every time because it was sold out, and then finally getting the tickets and literally, like staring at the poster, being like, I'm finally seeing this movie. So it was highly, present in my childhood. All the toys, and all the stories, yeah.
Since you've left the show, what has been your craziest fan encounter?
My craziest fan encounter, I would just say it would be like the accumulation of maybe thousands of selfies where strangers want to put their thumbs into my eyeballs and take a picture, and I acquiesce because I'm a big slut. I use that word with positive connotation always,
obviously.
By the way.
All you have to do is say it out loud. Make a wish. Any wish. Look into my eyes and everything you've been waiting for, it's all yours. You're too late.
And spread misery.
Granted.
You got Game of Thrones, Star Wars fans, DC comic fans because of now Wonder Woman 1984. But be honest with me, which fans are the rowdiest?
Which ones are the rowdiest? Well, that's a good question because my first introduction to some serious fans was Game of Thrones. I was doing a play in New York when the episodes that I was in was airing, and I gradually, started to get kind of noticed in my regular New York routine. And on the train, like drinking my coffee.
Yeah.
And then I've been told about the DC fans, and I can't wait to get more of an impression once the movie comes out. And my first instance with the incredible Star Wars fans was at the Star Wars experience in Chicago.
Uh-huh.
And they made the announcement of the cast of The Mandalorian, and I remember stepping out onto that stage, and it was like being on the receiving end of a jet.
Oh my God.
It was just awash with like cheer, and I thought, I could get used to this.
Hey, Mando! Look who's here!
What? Hey, what are you doing here? Oh, okay, little guy. I'm happy to see you too. I didn't know when I'd see you again.
Oh God! I didn't know that was a cliff! I didn't know it was that high! We could have died!
You're a wild man. I prefer bourbon, but thank you.
There's so much about the energy between us that I think translates on screen in the movie, and the time that you'll have watching it is kind of the time that we had making it. I started pretty early with Nick Cage. I remember seeing Peggy Sue Got Married, Raising Arizona, Moonstruck, Wild at Heart, like ding, 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 ding in the movie theater. That would have been probably between 87 and 90. And so these performances basically have a lot to do with why I'm standing here today. I think,
This is a real moment for you then.
I want to do that. Do you know what I'm in the mood for?
What?
Puns.
Oh. People are making apocalypse jokes like there's no tomorrow. Too soon?
No, it's topical. We shot this for a year, and now here we are in 2023, and it's finally here. And we've all been together for so long, working so hard, and we're all dying to see it. And yet, weirdly, I wish I could kind of paralyze the experience, and it never really actually happened. We had such a good time doing it. We became so close, and so it's kind of, I want to just sort of put that in a time capsule and make that never change.
You know you're the daddy of the internet, right?
Pedro Pascal, am I supposed to read these out loud?
If you want.
I call Pedro Pascal a DILF and think he's my cool, slutty father. Yep. I am your cool, slutty daddy.
I fear I may have daddied us a little too close to the sun.
You just daddied us too hard?
I think I did.
You can never.
How long do you see yourself playing the Mandalorian? Do you feel like you could do it forever?
As long as they keep writing it. Or, let me write it. No. I don't want to take it away from them.
It would just be like, Daddy Volume 1.
Right, exactly. Just that, as long as they keep writing it. And even if I can't fit into the suit, somebody can.
Pedro, congratulations on Gladiator!
I am not an orator or a politician. I am a soldier. I've seen bravery in men and women during war, and even once in this arena. So if you ask anything of the gods, ask for that same bravery. But I just knew, I was like, when they said that they were going to be making Gladiator 2 with Paul Mescal, I was like, oh, that's going to be good.
Yeah. You guys hit the gym, you hit the weights, you did a lot of training for this. I think Denzel said you pumped up to get beat up by the best.
Yeah.
So that process for you, Paul said it was fun.
Yeah, I bet it was. I bet it was fun for him. Maybe it would have been fun for me too if I was 20 years younger. I know that I was under no single directive from the movie to get in any kind of shape.
But you did.
But I did.
Yes,
you did.
Mainly so that I wouldn't get hurt. And it didn't work. I got hurt anyway. I got as stronger than I'd ever been just so that I could just so that I could play the character really.
Hey, run to your left, please!
I don't know how much more of an adventure this movie could have been, partly because of the cast, because of Ridley, because of what the movie is, because of the locations, because of the world that Ridley creates. I do know that I'm not likely to experience anything like it again in my life, so I absorbed every element of it as it was happening.
T-5.
Before we went up the first time, you couldn't turn invisible. Ben wasn't a rock.
The best pilot in the world right here.
Yeah. Best looking, he means.
And Johnny never caught fire.
Ben has always been a rock. Johnny is Johnny.
Hi,